Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my microblading experience. I just wanted to give you my story and then give you some tips for if you wanted to get this done. I actually found my person on Groupon, which I know, big no-no, you shouldn't do that. But honestly, I feel like it's okay as long as you really read a lot of the reviews. I did look at a lot of her picture reviews on her website. All of her past work looked pretty good, so I was fine with going there. Plus it was a lot cheaper. I think I paid only $200 or $300 for the initial session. A lot of places charge like $700 upwards for the session, might include touch-up. I don't know exactly. So before I went, I actually bought my own numbing cream and put my own numbing cream on my eyebrows. I covered it with like saran wrap for probably like an hour, so my eyebrows were already numb when I got there. When I arrived, it was actually her house, which was kind of weird, but it had like a little studio set up. She had all of her stuff that she needed in that one studio room. She had like a license for microblading or whatever license you need for that. It's like kind of weird, but like it's not too sketch, so it's fine. I'll go through with it. Before she began, she put numbing cream on my eyebrows just because I guess that's what they do. I already had it, but she was just gonna do it again anyway. She put some of the colors on my forehead to try to match the color to my hair. So then she drew on my eyebrows and kind of drew like around the natural arch and drew the natural shape of the eyebrows. I also showed her a couple of pictures, which I do recommend doing. But they might not turn out exactly as the pictures that you show the artist will. One thing that I was not expecting was the noise that it makes when they are microblading your eyebrows. It's like this scratching noise. It's like a scratching or scraping noise with like every single line. My woman told me that it was just like from hitting the hairs. I'm not sure if that's true. That was a little disturbing, but it wasn't too bad. I would pick that noise over the noise of that tool that's really high pitched at the dentist like any day. While I was getting my eyebrows microbladed, the numbing cream actually started to wear off. So I was able to feel like every stroke and it was hurting so bad, but it wasn't to the point where I had to have her stop and I didn't want to finish it. It was honestly the pain, like it was painful, but it was totally worth it. I will do it again when I get a job and can pay for a touch-up. So her aftercare instructions for me were pretty different than the woman I went to for a touch-up. The initial woman told me that I cannot get my eyebrows wet, and she also gave me this Neosporin type thing. And she just said just put it on your eyebrow like every day, something like that, and then don't get them wet in the shower. I would use like a washcloth and like hold it on my eyebrows while I was taking a shower. That was really rough. My eyebrows ended up, since I couldn't get them wet, scabbing, and then eventually over the next week or two, like kind of the scabs came off and then some of the pigment came off with them. You could kind of like tell that there's like a little piece missing. I was kind of upset because I did not want to get a touch-up. I really thought if I like did everything right I wouldn't have to, but that was not the case. So for the first probably week or two or three maybe at most, my eyebrows were super dark. Like it looked like I filled them in so hard with like 1 or 2 shades darker than my natural colors. It wasn't that bad. Like I didn't look like a crazy clown or anything. I just looked like I just did my eyebrows and that was it. So after you first get them done, don't panic if they're darker than you want them because they will lighten up. The first like little while to sleep, I actually put band-aids on my eyebrows, and I will try to find a video. If I can, I'll insert it in, but I would put band-aids on the sides of my eyebrows since I sleep on my side and my stomach and my back, just, you know, full circle. When I slept on my side, it didn't rub off on my pillow and it didn't also rub off the scab. I think after about 4 or 6 weeks, I decided that it was time to go in for a touch-up. Ended up finding someone else to do the touch-up. I think my first person might have actually not had availability. That might have been why. So the woman I went to, I highly recommend her. She was really nice. She did really well. If you're in the Raleigh area, I can message you her number. I think I paid about $150 for the touch-up. This woman said that she actually studied in Europe, and she said that what they teach them there is actually that you can get your eyebrows wet. That actually makes a lot more sense to me. She compared it to like if you get like a wound, you're not gonna not get it wet. That way, if you're letting it get wet, it's not gonna scab up and come off. It'll kind of keep it soft until it can heal. She also said that the initial woman that did my first session, that her strokes were pretty thick. I like those thin strokes. The thinner the stroke, like the more natural it looks. So overall, I'd say if you want to get this done, for sure, read reviews, and don't just read the reviews, but look at pictures and look at lots and lots and lots of pictures. And if there aren't a lot of pictures, then email them and ask them for more pictures. And don't go up in there thinking that you won't need a touch-up like I did. Unless you're like some magical being and like get super lucky, you're gonna need a touch-up, so definitely budget for that. Don't be planning to not have to get a touch-up. Also, be prepared for some pain. I know a lot of people, they said that it didn't hurt at all, but if you're like me and your numbing cream wears off and you have a low pain tolerance, don't be discouraged when it starts hurting. I think that if you don't want a little bit of pain for nice eyebrows, then you don't really want nice eyebrows that bad in the first place. Also, be prepared for the noise. I feel like as long as you know about it first, it's not that bad. You get used to it. It's like disturbing, but it's not that bad. You'll be fine. So yeah, it's been, I think, a year and a half since I originally got them done, and my eyebrows right now are definitely a good amount lighter. I don't think that I'll really need a touch-up for at least another 6 months. Of course, if I had a job and had money, I'd probably get a touch-up like maybe within the next 6 months. So yeah guys, I highly recommend getting your eyebrows microbladed as long as you choose the right person. It's really great. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you thought and your personal experiences on microblading. Bye guys.